2007 saw the debut of the car of tomorrow and the debut of the ultra-strict COT inspection and penalties.
Actually, 2 days before we come here, we got another bulletin on rule changes. So trying to adapt to all of that has been probably our biggest hurdle.
The first of these penalties was dished out to NASCAR's biggest star. Dale Earnhardt Jr. was docked 100 points, while his crew chief, Tony Eury Jr., was fined $100,000 and suspended 6 races for using an illegal bracket on the rear wing at Darlington. That penalty knocked Jr. from 12th to 14th in the standings. At Sonoma, Hendrick teammates and championship hopefuls Jimmy Johnson and Jeff Gordon failed inspection.
The 24 and the 48 teams failed initial inspection this morning as a result of body modifications found to be outside NASCAR tolerances.
That new car penalty also forced the 24 and 48 to the back of the pack and denied them a prime spot on pit road. And at Sonoma, no one's ever won from that far back.
Let's do something we've never seen done before. I mean, I think that's where I stand.
Last Monday, Carl Edwards took the checkered flag in California. This time, he cashes in big in Las Vegas.
Just as the 2008 season was starting to heat up, Carl Edwards rode to the top of the standings, or so he thought. The 99 was missing an oil tank cover. Though not related to the strict parameters of the new car, the penalty was consistent.
We tried the fines for such a long time, and it really didn't slow down anybody for taking advantage of rules. Now I think this points thing is getting people's attention and stuff like that. I think they need to keep going, and if people keep doing it, make it higher and higher, make it 200 points.
The 66 and 70 of Haas CNC Racing wouldn't be so lucky. Penalties were upheld for Scott Riggs and Johnny Sauter from the Coca-Cola 600 and were more severe than ever. They each lost 150 points for actions detrimental to stock car racing. The 66 and 70 had their car chiefs suspended in addition to their crew chiefs. When the 24 and 48 ran afoul, their car chiefs stepped in and kept things consistent.
We're staying out right here, definitely staying out.
Riggs and Sauter were running with the third-string quarterback in charge.
1, 2, 3,
the new car penalty doled out next could be the one that keeps a team out of the chase.
So these new car penalties have been consistent, but they've been consistently harsh. What do you think, guys? Is this proper? Is what they're doing the right thing, being consistent but being so harsh?
Oh, I think they're doing the right thing, Johnny, because they've given you this rule, they've given you this template. I think over the long haul, this car is going to be better for our sport. The drivers have started to stop complaining about this car. The racing, last week at Daytona was one of the best races I've ever seen. I think we're going to see a great one tonight, Kenny. I think that this is all working, and it's still a work in progress.
The reason that the rules are so harsh is because some 15 years ago, what would happen is Pontiac would say, Chevrolet's got an advantage, or Ford would complain. And there was differences in rear spoilers. One was a half-inch taller, one was a half-inch shorter. NASCAR said, listen, automakers, we're tired of your politicking. We're going to make all the cars the same. That way you can't say anything anymore. And this is what's happened.